Hey guys, Sunil here, and in this video, we'll be going over a complete guide on how you can pretty much create your tech infrastructure. I'll be going over how to purchase a domain, how to set up your DNS records, and then how to add your inboxes into Smartly for warm-up. I'll be covering all that in this guide. Typical gurus charge a few $100 to $1,000 for this stuff. I'm showing it to you for free. With that being said, let's get started. Right now, of course, as you saw earlier, the combination we're going to be using is Cloudflare plus Google Inboxes. Right now, what you need to do is go to Cloudflare and set up an account. Right, you set up an account, add a billing method to it, and then you're here. Right, go to domain registration and then go to register domains. This is where you start registering your domains. Right, so we need a list of burner domains for our company to, actually go ahead and start purchasing the domains as well. With that being said, how do you do it? You do it in ChatGPT, right? Ask ChatGPT to give you a list of burner domains that you can use for your outreach. Right, for an example, I'll be showing you only one domain, setup of one domain, right, and one inbox. It's just a process of repeating it over and over again because I don't want to make the video too lengthy, of course, and I want it to be more, short and concise, basically. With that being said, let's get into it, right? Let's say I want to buy the domain getgrowbound.com, right? I hit search and then I put in the domain name and I then hit search and I'm able to get it, right? It's available, right? If it's not available, then you have to find another, try a different variation in the prefix or suffix and then try it again and see what happens, right? Once it's available, you hit purchase, right? It's 9.77 with tax. It would come up to around $12. Now, you may be having a question: how do I calculate the exact costs? How do I get a forecast of the expenses that I may be having when it comes to purchasing domains and inboxes? Is that an easy way to it? Well, there is. I have a calculator built out for it, and yeah, for the setup, it will cost you around $300 if you're trying to send 1,000 emails per day, right? That is what my goal is. So I'm going to be spending that kind of money, and I'm going to be, acquiring all the domains and inboxes that I need. You can do even 500. I may do 500, depending on the goals. But yeah, let's say you want to do 1,000. This is the calculation. We're assuming domain cost to be $12 per domain and inbox cost to be $3 per inbox. And that's how we end up at that value, $300 roughly. It may slightly change due to tax valuations and so on. With that being said, let's go back into registration of domains like Cloudflare. Now you have to put your registrant information here. Ensure it matches with the billing details that you're given, right? Because if it doesn't match, your card will get blocked. That's what happened to me. Let's not have that happen, right? Now I hit purchase. Let's see what happens, Boom, I bought the domain. Now you go to manage domain now, right? This is the next step. I have purchased the domain. Now, of course, you have to ensure that automatic renewal is disabled because no need to renew the domains, right? Go to update DNS configuration, right? This is where we set up your SPF, DKIM, DMARC records. With that being said, let's also the MX records. So let's first go to Google admin console. Basically, sign up for Google Workspace. This is the email provider we're going to be using. Workspace.google.com, right? And then hit start trial, right? 14-day free trial is there. Put your business name, employees, and then you start putting all the details in India. Yeah, I'm in India, so put the business name and start off. Put your current contact information here. Now select setup using your existing domain. Copy the domain that you have just bought. Hit next. And you put your username. I want to put Sunil. Put in your password. Then fill out the CAPTCHA. Okay, no more cards. Cool. Green continues. Save. We are in. Now let this load again. Just select this for now. Right, business standard, try free for 14 days. Agree and continue. Let it load. Okay, you gotta add in your card details here, and then you have to go in. Okay, so I've set up my billing account. I'm moving forward. Okay, there's an error. Let me check. Okay, boom, sorted. Your subscription is now active. Go discover Google Workspace. And yeah, so when you see these errors, don't get dissuaded, right? It's not the end of the day or end of the world. So yeah, welcome to your new account. I understand. Now the next step is to create the actual records, right? This is the account to access the admin console. What to do is hit next. And then hit next. Okay, so first protect your domain. We have to verify ownership for the domain, and then you can create other accounts for that particular domain as well. Rule of the thumb is create 2 to 3 inboxes per domain, right? No more than that. And then yes, that's it. Finish. Go ahead, protect. I am ready to protect my domain. Sign in to verify. This will add the record there. So you hit authorize. And now it's verifying the actual domain. It will take a few minutes, right? So let's just wait for that. Boom, protected. Now we have to create new users. This you can do yourself, but yeah, let me just show you. Go ahead, create. Can add up to 10 during your free 14-day trial. So let's go there, add another user. So again, only 2 to 3 users per domain. So let's say Sunil.Kumar. Okay, sorry, that's the no need of email alias. Save user. And then add another. So we got 2 users now, actually 3, right? 2 users that we add now. So, and you hit continue, right? What you do next is you just hit finish for now, right? And you can reset the password later. So you've added more users, and what you do next is activate Gmail. I'm ready to activate Gmail. Sign in to activate so that you can get into the Cloudflare dashboard and do the adjustments needed. This used to be so manual back then, but now, they are updating everything. It automatically adds the records. So as you can see, it's adding the MX and the SPF record. So you hit authorize. This said MX and SPF is already done, taken care for you by Google. And wait, okay, now it's loading. Boom. Now, what do you need to do? Set up. Okay, now we're in. Right, your apps. Just go back to apps. Right, no need to go to admin console. Go to admin console. I've changed the interface, right? Go to apps. Go to apps. Go to Google Workspace. Go to Gmail, right? And then here is where we set up your DKIM record and DMARC records. But first the DKIM. DKIM is the most time-consuming part, right? So let's start with that. Takes a longer time as well to authenticate. So as you can see, the status is not authenticated email. So what you need to do is generate new record, select the key length to be 2048, prefix, select a Google, leave it as Google, and then hit generate, right? Now we got a key, go to records, add a record, disable proxying, copy the DNS hostname, select the record type to be, okay, it's a TXT, so it's supposed to be a TXT record, select the name, TTL to be 1 minute, and then you put in the key, and then you hit save. Boom, the key is added. It will update ASAP, but as you can see here, right, it may take up to 48 hours for the DNS changes to fully propagate, right? Give it a few minutes, then try again. Of course, right, for each domain, you can just select it from this drop-down button, and then you can just add the records for each domain. Hit start authentication. Boom, it's authenticating email with DKIM. So it's pretty much done, actually. Yeah, that's how you do DKIM. Now, what you do next is you go for DMARC, right? Go back to records, hit add record, TXT record once again, and go back to the guide that I have for you, and you can see how to add your DMARC record. Copy the name, and then paste it here, copy the content, paste it here, TTL to be 1 minute. The reason why I do that is because instead of auto is because I want it to update fast. So that's why I'm doing 1 minute. Cloudflare has the option for 1 minute. The rest, it's a little bit longer, so I recommend just using Cloudflare. It's the best for deliverability as well. that being said, this is done. And then just you hit save. You hit save. Those are added as well. And now you got your DMARC as well. So MX, SPF, DKIM, and DMARC are now set up fully. What is next is you do refresh and see all the records, right? Just check if all the records are added properly. So yeah, as you can see, everything is added, right? MX, DMARC, SPF, domain registration validation, right? To show Google that, yes, you are the owner of the domain. And then, yes, you do have the DKIM record here. We could DKIM. Yep, that's done. That's done, right? So for the next is just adding the inboxes into smartly.ai, right? Now, the bulk update method sometimes doesn't work. So I'm just going to show you how to do it manually, right? We are inside the Smartly dashboard, right? You go to email accounts and then you hit add account. And then this is a manual process. So you have to do it one by one, sadly, because the bulk method doesn't work for some stupid reason. So yeah, you got to do this now. Now hit OAuth, right? Copy the client ID. Okay, you go to security, right? And then you go to access and data control, API controls. And then what you do next is manage third-party access. And then what you do is you go ahead, add app, OAuth app name or client ID. Copy then, this is ID, right? Copy this client ID and then paste it here. And then you hit search. And then you get smartly.ai. You select that. And then you tick the box for the client ID that you want to configure. And then hit select. And then you just hit scope as Groupon Consulting all users. That's the entire organization. And then access to Google data, trusted. And then you hit finished. Finish. So the app is now added. This is a one-time process, so you don't really need to worry here. So yeah. Now we hit connect account. Now you go here and then you actually start adding the accounts one by one. But before we can do that, we have to set up the passwords, right? So for each user, so you go to manage. So you have to hit reset password. And then you create your own password. And then, you do it. Disable this option. By the way. Okay, so I've resetted the password successfully. This will come up and then you hit done. Okay, this is done. Let's reset the password for this, create password, disable, and then you hit done. That's it. I've reset the password for all the users for this particular domain. And then what you do next is paste in the email address and then the password one by one, right? So let's take this. Paste the password, paste the email address, and then put in the password as well. Again, continue. This is the auth. Hit allow. And boom, Sunil Kumar at getgroupon.com is connected successfully. Hit OK. Now here I have to set up the settings, right? So messages per day, warm-ups not included 50. Okay, you have to keep this at 30 actually, because it's warm-ups not included. And then it's a go to warm-up, hit 20, and then randomize it between 15 to 20. Have a daily ramp up period as well. Keep the reply rate at the suggested reply rate. And then you shall set up warm up as well. So warm up is enabled. Just did update once more. What else? That's pretty much it. You have now successfully set up the account into warm up. Repeat the same for all the other users as well. And then, your tech setup process is pretty much complete. And yeah, this is how you double check. Go and you can see, right? The reputation is not applicable because the warm up has just started a few seconds ago. So with that being said, I hope this video was useful. Right, like once again, you have to repeat this for every single user that you have, for every single domain that you have, right? You have to set up the records for every single domain and then every single user. You have to set up the auth and then, pretty much add it to Smart Lead and enable warm-up. A quick hack you can use sometimes is you can select everything and then you can hit bulk update. And then you can hit bulk update warm-up status and then all that good stuff. You can do it here as well. Go to management. You adjust the management settings if you want. Go to general. You can adjust the settings here and things like that. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. Hope this was useful. And by the way, if you want me to do it completely done for you, this whole thing, if you want to take it off your hands, you don't want to deal with all this boring stuff, then click the link below to book a quick call with me. We can go over a quick setup call and I'll show you how you can pretty much delegate this or automate this using our team. With that being said, thank you for watching and have a good one.